Hey everybody, and welcome to another exciting movie review here on Sell Me a Movie, a subcategory here on the Cavalier Studios YouTube channel, where what we do is we discuss movies that are either out on streaming services, Blu-ray 4K, or even out in the theaters. Now today we'll actually be discussing one of my favorite Pixar movies, and that is the series for Inside Out. Most importantly though, Inside Out 2, which of course follows Riley's years through her teenage years and about to hit high school. So let's go ahead and talk about that, and let's dive in.
Hello there, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and children.
Now, Inside Out 2 is actually directed by Kelsey Mann. Writers is Meg Lifov, Dave Holstein, and Kelsey Mann. Now, Kelsey Mann is actually the original writer, one of the original writers for the first Inside Out. Now, the other thing about this film, too, is some of the actual actors and actresses are not the same. Now, you do have Amy Poehler, who's the same, Lewis Black, who's the same. Then you do have Phyllis Smith, who plays Sadness. Of course, she's the same, but the difference, as far as character voices go, is Lisa Lapira, who plays Disgust. It's no longer Mindy King. Then you do have Tony Hale, who does play Fear. And then, of course, Riley is a little bit different, too. They obviously had a little bit smaller kid to play Riley in the first one. This one is played by Kensington Tallman. But then, of course, you have Maya Hawke, who is, of course, the daughter of Ethan Hawke, who plays the one of the most important characters of the film, Anxiety. Other than that, of course, you do have the other characters and like the mom and dad who are the same in this film too. But overall though, this film is very exciting, it's very thrilling. Now what I will say about this movie though is the fact that it's more pertained to adults than it is kids. Now I do get and understand that the first one there was a lot of adult things in there where adults could understand a little bit more because kids aren't really paying attention to the emotion side of things and the logic behind it or the ethics of the first film. This is much more that plays in and dives deep into that. The kids primarily come in to watch, of course, their favorite characters like joy, sadness, anger, all those emotions. Mainly because they haven't hit that age to fully understand the movie. That's at least what I gathered from taking my daughter to go see this film. What I will say also is the beauty, and one of the reasons why I love the Inside Out series from Pixar is because I love character development, and in the Inside Out films you not only get character development within the first two films, but it's also a nod, or it's kind of like a story within a story, right? You get a character development within the story plotline. It's actually character development within character development. So I kind of find that interesting and is very Shakespearean in a way. But overall, of course, you see joy, sadness, anger, disgust, fear. They are now up for a new challenge, which is inviting all these other emotions, anxiety. Then you do have envy, ennui, which is another one, embarrassment. So you have all these other characters within the film, all these emotions at play, and it's kind of like a banter back and forth between the old emotions and the new emotions, and how they can come together to, of course, have Riley become who she is. Now, what I will say is in this film, it doesn't have the core memories anymore. The core memories are absolutely gone. They've actually been replaced with, I want to say, more of Riley's emotional personalities, if that makes sense, without sounding like she's a schizophrenic. It's more of who she is as an individual and how those emotions play most important to her decision making in life, and all part of growing up. Because as you will see in the film, Riley does go to a hockey camp, and that's primarily where the setup is hockey camp pre-high school, in a way, where she is dealing with some high schoolers, finds out some her friends actually go to different schools. So how is she going to juggle these emotions? Well, that's where anxiety comes into play, and at that point, anxiety kind of takes control. Now, I won't say the whole plotline, the whole storyline, but basically where sadness was in the last film, and kind of like not so much the antagonist, but the reason behind many things, anxiety is the key component in this one. So again, I don't want to go into any spoilers or anything like that, but overall though, I thought this film was very beautifully done. Now, I didn't kind of tear up as I did in the first one, maybe because of the fact that I was kind of making sure that my daughter was okay with how anxious she is since she is a toddler and likes to move around a lot. So maybe it was because my mind wasn't fully in the movie, but overall, though, I can't wait to actually watch this film again when it comes home, maybe once, twice, or maybe even 3 times, because Inside Out is an ingenious idea when it comes to storytelling, and it does deserve that credit. So if you guys have seen it, leave a comment down below. If you haven't seen it, please go out and see it, whether if it's in theaters or even if you want to wait till it gets home, that's okay too, as long as you watch it, because it is very beautifully written, as well as the CGI and, of course, the animation. Well, not the CGI, but the animation is done beautifully as well. So kudos to the Pixar team, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social platforms. We'll see you guys next time for the next review.